Hello and welcome back to The Slice Show. This is the 32nd episode of The Slice Show. Not the 30th again, because we've had two 30th episodes.
30 part 3.
Anyways, this is just me and Adrian again today. Tyler's been pretty busy with his shop opening soon.
Let's say it's big news to make sure you guys are checking out at Cold Shoulder Kicks on Instagram and Tyler. Make sure you guys are showing them hella love. They got 100%. A shop coming soon in a couple weeks. I will let you guys see their account. We're not going to spoil anything.
For sure. I was about to say, so Tyler's going to be here as much as possible. We're not stressing him to be here when he can't be here. Unfortunately, obviously, we want him to be here as much as possible.
Yeah, but his plate is currently full right now with other things.
Exactly. So me and Adrian, we got you guys today. We're going to bring you guys some great content about the NFL. The NFL has been having a lot of action lately.
A lot of stuff's going down lately, especially today. Even as we're recording right now, news are happening. So if you guys notice our phones, we're just kind of seeing what is going on. Especially shout out Adam Scheffner for keeping us updated.
Yeah, 100%. We're trying to keep an eye on everything. That way we can keep you guys as updated as possible. But anyways, I mean, I guess we can get right into it.
J.J. Watt
to the Cardinals.
Unexpected.
Cardinals, bro.
Unexpected. In my personal opinion, completely unexpected.
I thought it was going to be the Bills.
I thought it would be I thought it was the Steelers. I didn't want to see him there.
I originally thought it was going to be the Steelers, but then when he started doing that, like, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and like the leading mitochondria research company is in like Buffalo and shit like that, I figured he was like throwing a subliminal like, yo,
like a troll.
Guess where I'm going and shit. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Packers were a huge, like, that's where he grew up. That's where he was from, like, blah, blah, blah. I would have hated it.
That would have been nuts.
Pissed. I would have been pissed. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
I think the whole league is.
Yeah. But yeah, the Cardinals, bro. 2-year deal, right?
Yeah, 2-year deal. I believe he's getting around like 14, 14 and a half.
It was a decent deal.
For his age and I know, like, I won't say his production. It's more of like, how much can you get J.J. Watt on the field? Because when he's on the field, he's impacting games. But
100%.
Late in his career, his biggest obstacle is just having the man stay on the field.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
100%. And they were saying that, like, when you actually think about it, pairing him up with that in that defense with
Chandler Jones.
Yes. They'll free each other up to like go and do stuff.
It is what they've needed. They've needed a disruptor in the middle.
Yeah.
Like an Aaron Donald, a guy that can disrupt the run, but then still apply pressure.
What if they go get I think he was only on a 1-year deal in Tennessee. What if they go get Jadeveon?
That's a fat deal. Jadeveon's been a player that his whole career
but he had an off year
for
though.
money.
He had an off year though.
But he's always asked for money.
I know, but he's not going to be able to ask for as much. A, in a year where their salary cap went down like $12 million, and B, which is the first time that it's gone down in like 10 years or something like that. And B, after a year that he had an off year. Like, who was hearing about Jadeveon Clowney last year?
Like, no one.
People forgot he was on the Titans.
Well, I mean, Derrick Henry was the Titans.
Well, no, I understand that.
It was Derrick Henry and that above average defense.
Yeah, but like, what was he doing on that above average defense?
I feel like
he was probably doing a decent amount.
I feel like he was the one doing all the dirty work in the run.
Probably, but like, it's like it wasn't being as shown as much as like when he was in Seattle and like people were like, "Yo, look at Jadeveon," or like when he was in Houston.
Honestly, though, like, take away Derrick Henry, like, what market does Tennessee have to draw you with?
Yeah,
Ryan Tannehill and Kevin Byard.
I think statistically he was a top 10 quarterback last year.
No, he is. He's playing phenomenal, and like, I love that for Ryan. Like, I always thought he was great.
Yeah,
not great, good.
Yeah,
but it's like they have no one at all besides Derrick Henry to draw anything. Brown. I personally believe he's still too young to do that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have a star. Like, they have Pro Bowlers, and then they have Derrick Henry.
They don't have Malcolm Butler anymore.
He was a bigger name. Granted, I doubt he was really giving them anything.
Yeah. Where do you think he'll sign?
Like we said earlier, any team that needs a CB2, which I said the Chiefs, because the Chiefs, I feel like the Chiefs can always use a cornerback.
Yeah.
They have a good systematic room for corners, but they don't have a name.
I was about to say, they still haven't replaced Kendall Fuller since he left. not last season, but the season before.
Let's say like Chiefs secondary is like the Bucks in a sense. Like up until this year, it was a bunch of no names to everyone, and then they just came out of nowhere and just put themselves on the map through their play.
So going back to the Cardinals with J.J. Watt, do you think within the 2 years that they have him, unless they extend him, obviously, do you think they'll win a Super Bowl?
Sadly, not.
I don't think so either.
I sadly do not think so.
Do you think
that's why I said it was so weird?
Do you think that they get closer to the Super Bowl?
Oh, 100%.
Like
J.J. Watt was the missing piece that defense honestly needed. Granted, J.J. Watt does something that I feel like people aren't really realizing, and it'll do one of two things. Yeah. It'll bring back Pat Pete or ship him out the door, because that defense is going to be like, it's going to rise up the ranks, and people are going to test Pat Pete now.
I think it all depends on whether Kyler takes a proper second step or not.
I feel like that's the biggest factor.
I was about to say, if Kyler takes because he didn't do bad last year. He did pretty good in my opinion.
But that's not going to cut it anymore.
I was about to say, but if he takes a proper step,
he needs to make that Lamar Jackson step to where everyone's like, all right, it's the K1 show.
Exactly. Like if he goes and wins the MVP next year, then I could see them honestly, I can see them making it to the Super Bowl.
I know this is super difficult to say with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But like, to put it in perspective, I don't even think he has to go become your MVP. Yeah. If he can go become your like offensive player of the year, I know for a quarterback that literally means MVP in today's NFL.
Yeah.
But like, if he doesn't have to become the best quarterback in the league, he just needs to become that second team All-Pro like area. Yeah. He needs to take that Lamar step, in my opinion, if they even want to see the Super Bowl, because aren't they now in? It used to be the AFC West, but now isn't that division the best division in football? Like most competitive?
Which one?
Cardinals.
The NFC West?
Yeah.
You mean? You said AFC West.
Beforehand. Yeah, with the Chiefs, Broncos, when the Raiders were 11-5.
Yeah. I was about to say, because the NFC West, they have them, the Seahawks, which will be a threat if Russell's still on the team.
If Russell stays, that team's a threat.
The Rams now with Matt Stafford in that defense is going to be insane. The Niners, if they go and get a quarterback, like a good quarterback, either via trade or free agency or draft or something like that, they could be a threat still. And then the Cardinals.
It's scary to say that a team that was in the Super Bowl, now that this one just passed 2 Super Bowls ago, is the worst team in that division.
Yeah.
That's a very good division, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like, I was about to say, they have that in the Super Bowl before that. They have another team that was in it.
The Rams.
Super Bowl before it. Yeah. They got better, in my opinion, since that Super Bowl.
All of those
They didn't have Jalen Ramsey that Super Bowl. They didn't have Matt Stafford that Super Bowl. Like,
all of those teams besides the Cardinals have a very, very recently made the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And the Seahawks.
But that's what I'm seeing. Everyone but the Cardinals, because the Cardinals did it in like 2009. So
no, but I'm saying, I mean, if you're
going
a
little outdated.
I was about to say, if you're going within the last like 5-10 years, then yeah, the Seahawks.
But
also.
still, all within the 2000s.
Yeah, 100%.
All have made the Super Bowl.
100%. But like moving on, another like big deal. Dak Prescott. He went and got his right below Pat Mahomes money that he was asking for, bro.
I think everyone like well deserved. Like like you know, like
definitely he deserved a contract. He deserved a big contract in my
opinion.
I don't think he should be paid more than Deshaun Watson.
Nowhere near.
No.
Like I said it before,
$66 million guaranteed.
Like I said before, what is he? He's making, I believe,
signing bonus, not guaranteed.
41 million a year, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I believe
for 4 years.
Dak Prescott is 30, south of 30 range. Don't get me wrong. He's led the league in passing yards, or was second.
He'll be 31 when the contract's up.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's still young for quarterbacks.
Like,
age isn't a factor.
People are saying that he'll be able to go get another payday once his contract's up, if he plays well, if he continues to play well. But like this is the thing. Like it's like, he's injured.
A big injury.
Yeah,
not even just like a torn hamstring or something.
But I say he's injured. B, when he wasn't injured, it's not that he wasn't productive. It's that like
that whole offense was inconsistent.
Exactly. And he wasn't making it more consistent.
No.
So it's like,
I don't see him as an elevator of play. Like I don't see him making his team better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
It's weird to say that he can be the reason you win your games, but he's not like these greats.
Yeah.
to where like they're making their receivers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Like Dak needs Amari. Like
Yeah.
Amari complements Dak more than Dak complements Amari.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
But I said I might be bold there, but I mean Amari's been granted he had Derek, but
Yeah.
we've seen Amari be good with a different quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's like it kind of I don't know. I'm sorry. I really do believe that that's extreme overpay.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. $66 million signing bonus. The highest paid signing bonus in league history.
I just don't understand. Like
Above Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, fucking
it's like yes, he
Matt
did.
Ryan, Aaron Donald.
I don't believe he led the league in passing yards. Well, not the last
don't
year or the
think he
year
did.
before, but he
Yeah.
was like top 5.
He was close.
But it's like, why? Like I want like what?
I think that was more like the offense that he was put in, though.
but that's
Kind of like a not necessarily not as bad as Jameis Winston, obviously, but like in a sense like a Jameis Winston type where he led the league in what was it, passing yards, right?
Jameis led the league in passing yards and in touchdowns,
Yeah.
but then also in interceptions.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like obviously he's not as bad as Jameis Winston, but I feel like it was a
It's
situation
those
like
like
that
dual-bladed
where
quarterbacks.
where it's like he was top 5 in passing yards and stuff like that, but like it's not like he was going off and having like a Patrick Mahomes type season
like a
or
double,
Deshaun
they were
Watson
double-edged
type
sword
season.
quarterbacks.
Exactly.
They give you a lot, but like Big Ben nowadays, if I'm being honest.
Which that's somebody that the
Phillip
Steelers
Rivers.
The
Phillip
Steelers,
Rivers before he retired
the
was the same
Steelers
thing.
resigned Big Ben.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either, but it was a 4-year deal in a sense. He's not playing for 4 years.
Whoa.
It was a 1-year deal, but the pay is spread out between 4 years, I'm pretty sure. If I remember
What?
correctly.
So how does he play for 4 years if he's
No,
not
he
under
doesn't
contract?
he doesn't play for 4 years.
It's
his
like those
playing-
baseball contracts
yeah,
that were like they're
as
they're
far
paid
as I
full-
remember,
they're paid while
yes.
they're retired.
As far as I remember, I could be wrong, but like I saw that he opted to take the pay like through 4 years instead of just taking it for the 1 year that he plays. So it's a 1-year contract, but he's going to be being paid over 4 years, as far as I know. And it also helps the Steelers. That way they don't have to take the full cap cut.
All at once.
Yeah.
Let's say, and speaking of cap cuts, it's like it brings up the questions of the Saints. How we've noticed today, thanks to I think sportstrack.com. If you guys haven't heard of them, check them out. They're actually a really cool page that I just found out 20 minutes ago.
They're preparing, bro.
But yeah, they let go of Quan, let go of Emmanuel.
Yeah.
They reconstructed Demario Davis's contract on Darius Pete's contract, and they freed up, I believe, after like quickly doing the math in my head, like close to $30 million.
You forgot about Cam Jordan too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
freed up 12 just with Cam Jordan.
9.54.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But,
But
still,
still-
that's almost 10 million right there.
Yeah, it was like 30. It's like close to $30 million
Yeah.
in cap in today and yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, who are they going after?
Russell Wilson.
Has Drew come back yet?
No.
But he hasn't retired either, right?
No.
He's in this like limbo. Just kind
Yeah.
of, we don't know what Drew is doing yet.
Yeah, but I think that I think the Saints kind of are realizing the opportunity that they have. And I think that if they realize that if we bet on the fact that Drew Brees is going to come back and then homie
We're
doesn't.
screwing ourselves
and then,
over.
And then he doesn't, it's kind of like shooting ourselves in the foot. Like,
So
don't
now-
get me wrong. Like, if he does come back, then bet where else would he play, obviously. But
With everything progressing so fast, since free agency is kind of like blowing the hinges off right
Yeah.
now, what does this mean for Drew? I feel like he doesn't have as much time to make that decision.
I feel like if the Saints go and make that move, he retires.
That's what I mean. Like, because
Yeah.
if the Saints,
Unless
the Saints are in
the Saints
this,
know something that we don't, because they could. Drew could have sat down with Sean Payton and been like, "Hey man, listen, I haven't publicly made this known yet, but I'm not coming back. Prepared to, if you can go get Russell Wilson, go get him." You know what I mean? Because I feel like Drew's that type of guy. I feel like Drew wouldn't sit there and just be like,
no, he's definitely,
You know what I
like,
mean?
He's
Like-
definitely, he definitely is letting them know like what's going on.
That's
with
my
him.
point. So it's like they probably know stuff that we don't.
In a sense, yes.
That and if he didn't reach out to them, I'm sure Sean Payton or somebody who has a good relationship with Drew has probably reached out to him and been like, "Hey man, listen, this is an opportunity that we have that we might take a shot at.
Yeah.
I want to know whether you're coming back or not right
Because
now."
the Saints are in a corner because of him. They're like in
100%.
They're in this. We wait for Drew. We don't get any of these big market free agent quarterbacks right now,
or trade for these quarterbacks.
or we get one of these quarterbacks and then Drew wants to come back and he's forced to retire pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't believe anyone really picks him up.
No,
Like I don't.
No, I could see a lower level team picking him up. Not a contender.
I don't even. I think all the low level teams
So-
have a guy that they're like behind.
I think that if the Bears can't go get a team, the Bears would pick him up.
You believe so? You just said a contender
It's-
wouldn't. Though.
No. But it's either Drew Brees, Nick Foles, or Alex Smith at that point. If we don't get Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, I'd take Drew Brees over any of those people.
No, it's not. They're not. You're not wrong in
You know
that
what I mean?
standpoint.
Like it's either them three or Mitch Trubisky, or draft a lower level draft person that you would have to wait a couple years to be ready.
By everyone's standard, this draft is hyped up like even more than I think this just besides geez, I had a brain
Trevor
fart.
Lawrence.
No, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, yeah.
Besides Joe Burrow, I believe this class coming up, it's like a little more hyped than even last year and the one with Baker and Lamar, because Lamar at Louisville wasn't really anything huge other than the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is one of the more hyped draft classes.
It is.
We're hearing a lot. I'm not behind the Zach Wilson trade, but like Zach Wilson's getting all over the place. Mac Jones is all over the place. Trey Lance is all over the place.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I've personally seen the under the radar QBs be talked about just as much as the number 1 and 2 options.
But like this is the thing, the Bears still have I think it's like pick 20 or something like that. It's a low pick because we barely made the playoffs.
Personally,
So
20 gets you a quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a quarterback that's ready to play right now and go and win a Super Bowl next year.
I don't think
which is the situation that the Bears are in.
Let's say anyone outside of Justin Fields
or Trevor Lawrence. That's my point.
They're not.
Exactly, that's my point. So it's like we're in a, just like the Saints are in a corner, we're also in a corner where it's like, yo,
how much cap do you guys have now too after giving Allen Robinson the franchise tag, which he wasn't even
he's not happy.
He wasn't
about.
even happy
He is-
about.
He's pissed about it.
Makes perfect sense though. He's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times he will see an opportunity like this to where he's like, I mean, he had it in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
When he went to you guys.
Yes.
And got paid.
Yes.
Somewhat. And now he sees it again. But this one's different.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's sitting there
Well,
going,
'cause he's-
I don't know if I'll see this again.
Well, because that's the thing. When he was coming to Chicago, he was coming off an injury still. So it was like the Bears were able to give him a bag, but not like a crazy one.
Not the
you know
one
what I
he
mean?
deserved.
Exactly. So it's like now he's coming off of a season where he had one dropped catch.
He's back. He's back
Like,
to
he
2015-16
He
Pro
is
Bowl.
the most efficient receiver in the league. Like when it comes to when you throw it to him, he will catch it.
That's exactly how he was.
And that's
in
with
Jacksonville.
Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles, and Blake Bortles throwing it to him.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the thing. I understand why he's upset. And like, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, I don't like seeing upset. I wanted him to come back, so I'm happy that he's back. Obviously, but like, obviously, I don't want to see him like upset to be there.
I personally believe he would have taken a smaller contract just for a 3-year pay.
Yeah,
like that guaranteed money for the future.
But this is the thing. The upside to it, if we end up going and getting a Russell Wilson or a Deshaun Watson, if Houston never answers the phone. I mean, it's literally all that's holding it up is Houston won't answer the phone. But that's besides the point. If we do end up going and get one of those quarterbacks, it's the best quarterback he's ever played for.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, whoever.
Either one of those two by a mile.
It's the best quarterback he's ever played for.
And the best quarterback to play for Chicago.
Oh, well, yeah. Since like Sid Luckman.
I think ever.
Yeah.
If Russell Wilson steps foot on your guys' home field,
it
is the best quarterback to
ever
ever play for the Bears.
As soon as that happens, there will be parades in the city.